A very good morning class. We are in the commercial bank, and in the last video we talked about the differences between the commercial bank and the central bank. Today we will talk about the deposits, the major function of a commercial bank. The functions are divided into primary functions, agency functions and general utility functions. So we will first talk about the primary functions. What are the primary functions of a commercial bank? So basically the primary functions are categorized into three heads. Primary functions are categorized into three heads. One is called demand deposits. Saving deposits and fixed deposits. These are the three heads in which the primary function is categorized. Demand deposit, saving deposits and fixed deposits. Okay. Demand deposits, saving deposits and fixed deposits. One by one we will see what are the deposits and how are they used. First we will begin with the demand deposits. What is a demand deposit? Demand deposit, the other name of it is CA, current account. Demand deposit means you have deposited in the bank and it is your sole right, it is your legal right to demand it at any point of time. Means you had an ideal money, you went to a bank, you opened a bank account. You have deposited or you have kept your ideal money in the bank. Now, those money is a liability for the bank. The money which is deposited by you in the bank becomes a liability for the bank because they can be demanded at any particular time by the customers. That is why these deposits are even called as demand deposits. I hope the name is clear to all. Why it is called a demand deposit? Because it can be demanded at any point of time by the customers through any means. Now through any means I mean there are different means, there are different modes, there are different mediums through which the withdrawal can take place, through which the deposits can take place. Like for example, in the current scenario, in today's time, we have online option. Online option means online banking is there through which we can deposit, we can withdraw. ATM facility is there, check facility is there, and finally one that is cash remittances, wherein cash deposits or cash withdrawals can take place. So there are different n number of mediums through which a person can demand his hard-earned money at any point of time. So this demand deposit is even known as current account. Now what is the current account, for whom it is suitable, and what are the facilities that a current account holder gets? The first question is, what is the current account? I am writing in short. The acronym to CA is current account. So current account is an account which is basically suitable for the business personals. This is an account suitable for business persons. Current account is suitable for business personals. Why? Why it is suitable for business personal? Because unlimited transaction facility is there. Unlimited transaction facility means that there is no hindrance, there is no stoppage on the number of withdrawals, on the number of deposits. You can deposit anytime, you can withdraw anytime. There is no restriction on it. Okay, for a business person who runs a business, he doesn't know from which source when he is going to get the fund, when he is going to pay the amount. If he receives the good, he will have to pay. If he ordered something and the goods get delivered, he has to pay. The customers who take the goods may not pay him at that point of time, but can pay later on. So there are n number of sources through which the deposits and withdrawals can take place. So there should be an account which does not put a restriction. That is why it is suitable for business personals, and unlimited transactions facility is there, wherein unlimited transactions can take place. The third important part of this is no interest is gained. For such type of accounts, we do not earn any interest. The bank does not give us any interest for the ideal money that we have in the account. A general perception or general philosophy is, whenever we keep our idle funds in the bank pays some sort of interest on it. Or you can say, the bank multiplies our money. But in the case of current account, there is no interest is gained. Whereas in some of the cases, there are some banks who even charge for providing these two facilities. So no interest is okay, but they have to pay the interest. Means the holder has to pay the interest. Okay, but in rare case, that is the maximum chances are that the banks do not give interest. Rather, they do not. Neither they charge any interest. Okay, so three basic features that you need to keep in mind for the current account: suitable for business personals, unlimited transaction facility, and no interest is gained. The second difference or the second demand deposit is saving accounts. Saving deposits. In this, we come under the category of saving accounts. Saving account. Okay. Saving account. Now you see again, it is first suitable for salaried class. Salaried class or person who has a fixed income. Okay, like for example, if you have a house and if you have given it on rent, at the end of every month you will get the rent. So that is a fixed income source is there. We can say wherever the fixed sources of income is there, for that place we use savings account. Okay, it is basically suitable for salaried account. Second is restriction is there. Bank puts certain restrictions on withdrawal and deposits. For example, most of the banks have a very clear-cut information that the number of withdrawals or number of deposits should not exceed 5. If after 5 it is done, there will be some sort of interest which will be charged by the banks. Bank does not deny the facility, but rather they will charge it. For the first 5 transactions, it is free as a service, but after that, if you exceed, you have to pay some sort of interest. So there is a restriction on it. In case of current account, we remember there was no restriction. Unlimited number of transactions could be done. Third is interest is gained. In case of current account, no interest was gained, but in case of saving account, the interest is gained by the person who keeps their ideal money in the banks. Bank in return adds some money to it, adds some interest to it, and give it to the person or give it to the customers. So that is the basic difference between demand deposit and saving deposits. Okay. So class, I'll put it till here only. Next class we shall discuss about the fixed deposit and the recurring deposits. Thank you.